How y'all doing out there in YouTube land, in opinion land, in controversy land, in holy shit, what did you just say land? Well, holy shit, what did Roger Waters just say land? It landed like a piece of dog shit is what it did. So Ozzy Osbourne dies in July. He struggled for years prior to that with Parkinson's, different things. He struggled with drugs. He struggled with alcohol. He struggled. And I bet you $1 to a donut that Roger Waters probably had some of his own demons as well. Like, why doesn't he get along with anybody from Pink Floyd? You know what I mean? Like, seriously. Anyway, I did a short the other day because I was listening to Roger Waters' new album and I was streaming it. And I was listening to it on a pair of decent HD 600 Sennheiser headphones. And to be quite honest with you, I was enjoying it. You know, Roger sounded pretty good. And I was pretty happy. And the truth is I think I mentioned in that short that I wanted to check out the album because the guy was getting a little bit older and I just wanted to see how the album sounded prior to buying the vinyl. Now that vinyl is ready and available, and it is sitting on the showroom floor of a vinyl store that I very commonly am a patron to. But, now there's a question, it's but. Well, it's my non-secret love for Ozzy Osbourne and Black Sabbath and the history that they created together and apart. Ozzy Osbourne is one of the single most successful rock and roll stars to ever leave a band and become even more successful than he was with the band that he originally started with. Don't get me wrong, I love Geezer Butler. I love Bill Ward. I do. And I absolutely love Tony Iommi. Those are some great guys. I have a copy of Dark Side of the Moon. I have a copy of The Wall. I think I have a copy of The Wall Part 2. And I have enjoyed that music for, well, years of my life. And I think that there'll probably be a few different people out there that can probably agree or maybe, I don't know what the right word is, but maybe feel the same way that I do with regards to my statement that I just made. Well, Roger, you said some pretty stupid stuff about Ozzy Osbourne. And I don't even know if the body's cold in the ground yet, 100%. Now, Jack Osbourne did a little bit of retaliation on Instagram, and I encourage anybody out there to go and find Jack Osbourne's retaliation comment. And it wasn't really a retaliation comment. It was just a, hey, Roger, fuck you. And he used some other words that I'd rather not use on a YouTube channel. But I think we've already heard, and everybody's heard what I just said prior to saying this. Well, Roger, I'm going to tell you a little story. You're rich. You don't need the money. You are out of touch. That's exactly what Jack Osbourne said. You're like Robert De Niro. You're out of touch. Like every time I see that guy's face, like Robert De Niro, every time I see his face on TV, I switch the channel. If there's a movie that comes out tomorrow with Robert De Niro in it, I'm not going to it. I'm not buying it. I'm not putting any money into it. I don't care if you're a Donald Trump supporter or not. Don't talk shit about somebody. Just don't talk shit about somebody. Especially when you're of high profile and out of touch mentality, ideologies. Roger, you might not have liked Black Sabbath. You might not have liked Eddie Van Halen, like you said. You might not have liked rock and roll. I call bullshit on that. Because where on earth did you get some of your inspirations? Where did some of your inspirations come from? I tell you what, it wasn't in a shitter thinking about what song to write next. No, you were listening to the mainstream pop culture, the progressive rock, whatever is pop. Pop music is what is popular. And Black Sabbath in your time was popular. Ozzy Osbourne was popular. So don't tell me that you haven't heard him. You didn't know that he bit the heads off of chickens. When he didn't bite the heads off of chickens, he bit a head off a bat, and it was a mistake. Did he bite the head off a dove? I'm pretty sure he did. But I tell you what, he got one hell of a contract after he did that. Ozzy was crazy. He was. But he was amazing. And he is by far more successful than you will ever be. And he'll probably be worth more money dead than you'll ever be alive. And when you die, you won't have nothing like what he had in your own country of England. You just won't. I don't even know if your bandmates will show up to your funeral. And you know what? That sucks. Because that's either jealousy or that's bitterness or whatever it is. But I encourage you to look under the Jack Osbourne stuff on Instagram. Because Touche Jack, it's way too fucking early. It's way too early to bash Ozzy Osbourne. And I'm not a son of Ozzy Osbourne. I'm not a family member of Ozzy Osbourne. But I am a giant fan of Pink Floyd and Ozzy Osbourne. And in this moment in my life, at this time, just like so many of the people out there, I'm absolutely disgusted. Disgusted that someone could say such things. Idiotic presentation on TV. I'll be honest with you, man. You got to see Ozzy Osbourne with his family and how much he loved his family. And you know what? Ozzy was sick for a long time. And you know what? He lived his life hard, and he lived it the way he wanted to. And he finally cleaned himself up, and you know what? He was shaky. And maybe there was a little bit of brain damage. Maybe there was something else wrong. But you know what? He loved his two daughters. You know, he loved his son. He loved his other children. I know he did, because they were all there at his funeral. They all probably said something, you know, and they're going to carry him in his heart forever. And for someone to come out and say something stupid about Ozzy Osbourne this early, like it's just the end of August, so we're dealing with a month and a half here. Oh my God, that's just so stupid. That's so selfish. That's like looking for ratings. And you know what? I'm guilty of this because I'm making a video about it. But the truth is, I'm making a video about it because I'm pissed off. Because all the Pink Floyd fucking albums I own and all the Ozzy Osbourne and Black Sabbath albums I own. And the love that I have for both of them. And Roger, I'm not going to be a prick here. But I'm really glad that I streamed your album. And I think it's great. I really do. I think it's a really great album for a guy that's as old as my fucking father. That's right. You're that old. But I ain't buying it. I ain't gonna go out and shell out $45 fucking dollars to buy your LP. I'm not. I got no support left for you. I'll keep all the old Pink Floyd albums I got and I'll enjoy the shit out of them. Because they were great. And you can't take away the past. But you sure can change the future. And in this world, you got to watch what you fucking say. Anyway, it's my opinion, and I'm pissed off about it. Because, you know, when they're all gone, And I've said this before, you will live in the circuitry of my amplifiers. And when I'm gone, they're both going to live in the circuitry and the DACs and the speaker cables and speakers of the children I've left behind, of the people that I've inspired. And yeah, that was a hard hit, man. That was a hard hit. That was uncalled for. Anyway, Roger, do better, be better, do better. You can, but for me, you only get one shot. Your shot's gone.